it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win. I want no fake love, I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. I'm gonna show you all the path, if you want it bad. I'm gonna show you where it's at, yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done, I'll be number one. Working hella hard until I get just what I want, yeah. Rises like the sun, yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooters gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I won, yeah. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah.
हेलो गाइस, कैसा है? स्वागत है एक न्यू लाइव स्ट्रीम में। आज करेंगे गेंशिन इम्पैक्ट और आर्कन कैसे जल्दी जल्दी ख़त्म करना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि लंबा कोस्ट है ये और पैक 10 और जिसको भी अकाउंट भी कराना है वो कराने। मैं स्ट्रैव और स्लॉट जो भी था वो मैं कर चुका हूँ, तो सॉरी, क्योंकि मेरे को 3 नहीं चाहिए था। और मैं सिर्फ पहले कॉमेंट दूँ, मैं भी 6 नहीं तो 7 PT में आ चुका है, तो उसको भी बिल्ड करूँगा बाद में। और कैसा गया दिन भैया बताओ। हेलो भैया से बोला था, कैसे हो? और मैं भी कल मैं स्ट्रीम नहीं करूँगा, सिर्फ 500 करूँ शाम को, तो ये कल मैं थोड़े देख लूँगा कल। हाय जेरो को भाई, कैसे हो? एक गेम करते सर स्टार्ट। कैसा गया दिन आपका? और गर्मी बहुत है भाई, गर्मी बहुत ज़्यादा है। बैकग्राउंड नॉइज थोड़ा सा आएगा तो उसको छोड़ थोड़ा इग्नोर करना। कुछ खास नहीं गया दिन। कहाँ बात करना है, कुछ बात चीज़ करना, आप बोल रहे थे कुछ बात करना है इसी के, तो वेट ही करो। मैं इसको ज्वाइन करता रहता। यस भाई आर्कन कर सकते भाई ओ जाते। देखते सब हो चुका है मेरा। एक फुल में काम होगा 70 मेरे को वो 100 दे मज़ा आ जाएगा। कौन हाय फ्रेंड कैसे हो? मैं बैठा पास देखना हूँ। एक पुलिस से आ जाएगा। हाँ बनाना ना खाना तो यहीं पे बन जाएगा। रुको रुको थैंक यू सो मच फ्रेंड बहुत ज़्यादा था। जो भी रहेगा न्यू है जो भी रहेगा लाइक करो सब्सक्राइब करो शेयर करो भाई। एक तीसरा ये सब करने से अच्छा मैं सीधा स्टोरी में जाता हूँ। मैंने स्टोरी जाता हूँ। कंटिन्यू जो भी देखे न्यू है जो देखते हैं स्टोरी को एंजॉय करने का इंटरेस्ट कर सकते हैं। मैं भी सब देखेंगे और जिसका भी एक और रिव्यू कराना वो भी करा सकते हैं। कटसिंग के बाद एक और रिव्यू भी हो सकता है सबका।
Is this Irminsul? How did this happen? What's going on inside?
Luckily, we managed to evacuate everyone.
What in the world was that? That was terrifying!
Oh my. I understand now, Dendro Archon. You make yourself quite clear indeed.
Not once over the millennia has Irminsul been so terribly afflicted as this.
Please continue, Dendro Archon.
Irminsul's root system is what comprises the ley lines. In the past, it has always been hidden away, going unseen by the general populace. But now, an evil intruder is making it reveal itself. It has become a tree of unbridled greed. A clear sign that a deranged experiment has advanced to a new stage.
Blasphemy. From where I stand, an experiment in the name of blasphemy sounds rather improper. But, if we are to honor Dottores' will, this is what we must do.
The birth of this tree proves to me beyond doubt that this incident is connected to him. But to explain the situation in full, there is someone I need to tell you about.
इसको कोई फिक्स नहीं कर सकता है वो।
Zandik. So it was him. I saw him in the desert once. A man of supreme arrogance. So this is where it has taken him.
But didn't Dottori die and not cry? How is he still able to do all this? He must still have loyal followers amongst the Fatui. Even so, I'm still unclear as to how he has been able to wield such a profound influence over Irminsul.
I can confirm that the Tui forces have arrived in Sumeru City. Furthermore, Irminsul seems to be undergoing some kind of mutation. Evil branches are beginning to grow. Things that do not belong to this world are slowly but surely materializing. Sorry, I couldn't think of any other word to describe it. They don't seem to be fully formed physical entities yet, after all. But they are gradually becoming real.
A baleful tree climbing up into the heavens.
Speaking of Dottore, I have some information on that front as well. I didn't think it was wise to state this out in the open. But my theory is, the mole wasn't cut off after he was caught. They wrote him off from the beginning.
You mean the Fatui never intended to follow through with him? Then why plant a mole at all?
It's hardly a conventional strategy, and the rationale behind it is pretty twisted. But as it happens, I know someone who works exactly this way. And when it comes down to it, his goals are very simple. He just wants to confuse people, so they can't figure out what he's up to. He's been a collaborator of Dottore's from the outset. That fact alone confirms that Dottore is involved with this somehow.
Hello,
There's still much to be done. Everyone, please remember our core strategy.
As per the discussions, the following groups must act immediately. Mr. Altatham and Mr. Kale, the next phase of the Aru renovation project must begin right away. Godspeed to you both.
We'll give it
मैं कर चुका हूँ वो कर चुका दोनों ही काम में
The
कर चुका
plan
हूँ
looks feasible, but the implementation will require certain
मैं
resources.
करते क्योंकि हाई में आऊँ कैसे
General Mahamatra Sino and his team will help to procure
थोड़े
the
देर
materials
पहले
required for
आ रहा
modifying the
था
terminal.
अभी ठीक हो गए
No problem.
ऐसा
I've already
होगा तो मैं
spoken
ग्राफिक
with
थोड़ा
Santos and
कम कर
Hatka,
दूंगा
and they've agreed to assist
क्योंकि अभी
me.
हाई है करना है तो मैं अभी रुक कट से के बाद थोड़ा
This
कम
kind
ही
of
कर
thing is
दूंगा
best
जो
left to the fleet-footed, right? Hat guy? If it's efficiency you're after,
क्योंकि मैं कब
we're the right people for the job.
Following up on the elemental energy amplifier we discussed. Miss Dory, I assume you're the one most familiar with the status of this project. Aside from the Dendro Archon, of course.
Yep, that's right. Leave it to Lord Sangamabay.
Got it. Well, I'd like Madame Farazan, Kale, and Nicole to support Dory on the technical side.
You can count on us. Will do.
Rest assured, I'll take good care of Kale.
Dia, Candace, and Nefer, you'll be in charge of negotiating between the various parties. I trust you remember our goal.
You bet. We can handle it.
Good. I believe that covers everything. Tainari will provide ad hoc support as needed, if that's okay.
Poor Tainari. Must be tough being Nephis' student. Getting bossed around all day, every day.
Hey, don't try and drive a wedge between us, you old rascal.
All it says to me is that Master Nephis has faith in everyone's abilities. While I'm nominally here as backup, I doubt there will be many situations where my help is needed.
Exactly.
Finally, Traveler, you and I will head to the border between Sumeru and Natlan. Once that task is complete, I'll be asking some of you to accompany me to
होता
the
है
Eternal
मेरे को
Oasis.
क्या बोल सकते हैं
The Eternal Oasis? I thought that was just a legend. So it does exist after all.
Regarding your trip to Natlan, under normal circumstances, a meeting between our two nations would be a far more formal affair. Unfortunately, Sumeru is all but completely cut off from the outside world at present. So regretfully, we won't be able to give the Pyro Archon Mawika the grand reception that she deserves. my apologies for the inconvenience.
No point putting too much pressure on yourselves. That goes for everyone.
Right. Especially you, Dendro Archon. I'm sure you're still feeling quite weak.
Don't worry about me. The Dendro Dragon's life force will sustain me. Plus, we'll be there every step of the way. Nahida will be just fine. Yes, I believe in myself. And I believe in every one of you. Well, time to get going.
अरे मैं अभी कर नहीं सकता हूँ। ओके, मैं बाद में करूँगा। रुक, नहीं करते ला सकता ना। रुक, मैं वहाँ से रोड पर टाँचता हूँ। बाहर निकलना पड़ेगा मेरे को। और मेरा सेकंड कॉल में टूर निकल चुका हूँ, वो भी अर्ली पीटी में 60 पीटी में मैं भी। तो वही अब चल अब लैग नहीं होगा तो देख लेना, बस स्ट्रीम में नहीं लगवाना। हाँ कर तो मैं आसे कर आसे कर तो आसे भी बहुत अच्छा जीता, मज़ा आ गया। हाँ अब आज तो वो है डुआ डाई है मैच आज हैदराबाद और राजस्थान के बीच में।
Aru will also need some further optimization. Yeah, no surprises there. Once we roll this out, any Sumeru citizens who already have Akasha terminals can simply continue to use their existing devices. This still leaves us with a significant equipment shortage, though.
Hi, Lloyd.
Many groups of people were never issued Akasha terminals, including mercenaries, the desert folk, and many others.
We'll need a supply of rare materials for the renovation of Aru and the production of new terminals. Right now, the best place to source these locally is from the primal constructs within King Deshret's mausoleum. Time is not on our side here. It's going to be a race against the clock.
सही बात है, स्पीड रन ओवर तो हो ही जाता। मैं स्पीड रन नहीं करूँगा अभी, मैं स्टोरी सुनने के बाद सेकंड कॉल में स्पीड रन करूँगा पूरा।
Best of luck to you both. As discussed, General Mahamatra Sino and
आज उसको अभी सोच रहा हूँ, नेक्स्ट टाइम निकलने का सोच रहा हूँ। अभी जून में वो आ रहा है, जून में कॉलैब आने वाला है, तो मैं उसका वेट कर रहा हूँ। उसका 29 तारीख को स्ट्रीम है, वो आज करूँगा उसके साथ, क्योंकि वो बहुत पार्टी है। 29 तारीख को पता चलेगा क्या 2 कैरेक्टर तो फिक्स है। और कल मैं स्ट्रीम नहीं करूँ, क्योंकि कल मैं एक थोड़ा सा ट्राई करूँगा, तो एक पेपर का तो फिर नहीं करूँगा, 29 करूँगा फिर।
Everyone clear on our mission objective. Look at the excess primal constructs, dismantle them, and extract the required materials.
तो मैं को बस उसमें दिक्कत हुआ था, और स्लोन में जब बोल थे ना उसमें दिक्कत हुआ था, थोड़ा सा हाथ है ऐसे। हेलो वेंच 227 ब्रदर, वाई वंडर कैरेक्टर कब आएगा? वंडर का अभी नहीं पता, वो आ भी सकता है, अभी लेट में ही आएगा वो। और वंडर अभी वो हो गया है, निकालने का मतलब तो निकाल सकते हैं, नहीं तो छोड़ सकते हैं। वंडर उतना अच्छा है, बस वो है। क्योंकि अभी नया वो नया कैरेक्टर आएगा तो पुराना नब होता जाएगा, तो वो भी है। अभी 6 कैरेक्टर का बफ मिलने वाला है नेक्स्ट पैच में लगभग।
You dare to gaze upon me? Nowhere to run. Judgment is upon you. Stay condemned. Guilty. Stay condemned.
भाई मैं न्यू प्लेयर हूँ, कौन सा से कैरेक्टर अभी न्यू प्लेयर है ना, तो अभी न्यू प्लेयर तो अभी पैसे सब जमा करो, कोलमीना और उसके साथ जो आने वाली है सिंड्रेल वो निकाल सकते हैं। अभी मॉमी का मैं मना करूँगा, अभी न्यू प्लेयर है तो मॉमी का भी जा सकते हैं आप। सेकंड फेज में आने वाली है मॉमी का, तो जा सकते हैं। और उसके बाद सीधा सिटलारी निकालेंगे तो हो जाएगा। नेक्स्ट फेज में सिटलारी आने वाली है तो वो भी निकाल सकते हैं, न्यू प्लेयर है तो। क्योंकि उस 0 से 45 तक वो कर सकते हैं सपोर्ट पूरा। और मॉमी का इसे भी नहीं बोलूँगा क्योंकि नेट लाइन खोलना पड़ेगा उसका आर्टिफैक्ट करने के, और खुल सकता है 25 लेवल के बाद आप जा सकते हैं नेट लाइन, ऐसे बात नहीं है नहीं जा सकते।
Through me, justice is served.
पूछो ना। लेना हो गया है मेरा 47 है, तो आप एक बार अपना आईडी दिखा दो मेरे को, उसके बाद बता दूंगा कौन सा कैरेक्टर निकालना है। ऐसे मैं कैसे बता सकता हूँ, अगर आपका पास कौन कौन कैरेक्टर है वो बता दो तो बता दूँगा।
The wind rises. Bow your head.
These devices should still be usable even though they're broken down. Let's take them back for the others to review.
Okay. ये कौन है?
Give me some space. Get out, Akbar!
Futile! Your sins weigh upon your soul! Your penance is due!
आगे नहीं होता फेल होता है बाबू।
How many do we need again?
Enough to make an Akasha terminal for everyone who doesn't.
और डैश करते हैं अपना
And
आईडी
tell me
देना
how
जो भी देना है
revolutionary these Akasha
तो मैं देख
terminals were.
सकता हूँ.
You've used one before, right?
The academia declared the Akasha to be the most powerful and comprehensive wisdom dissemination system in history. That should give you an idea of how powerful it is.
Certainly sounds impressive.
Neither Hat Guy nor I have ever had an Akasha terminal.
Well, if it all goes to plan, that's about to change.
Oh, goody. Thank you so much for handling
वो हो
this
जाता है ना,
delivery.
छोटा रूम है,
Long
ज़्यादा
way,
रूम नहीं है
guys.
तो दिक्कत होता ही है.
You've really outdone yourselves. I'm well aware what a bumpy, dangerous journey it must have been. Now, I would have loved to oversee the process myself, but of course, those of us who know the plan can't leave the mausoleum.
Oh, trust me, I'm patting myself on the back for my assembly work here. Simply flawless work. But will you really be needing all of this?
According to our plan, yes, this is the quantity required. I have no complaints about the quality either. Only the price. So expensive.
I heard you covered a lot of the funding out of your own pocket.
Oh, that's an exaggeration. The academia provided most of the funds. I just offered a small token of my goodwill. Of course, the real tragedy is how little profit I'm making on this. You know, it's a serious crisis when you can't even make money out of it.
It's really quite a beautiful design. And I'm intrigued by how such a diminutive device is able to
वही हाँ वो तो है.
Did you attend the lecture on light realm energy, Madame Farzan?
जब तब सुबह अभी थोड़ा सा देर ऑनलाइन था
Of
काम
course I
देखा
attended.
पता उसका
I
क्या
was
चल
just a
रहा है.
little late, so I had to
But
listen to the whole thing from outside the back door. Anyway, I have a perfectly good understanding of light realm, elemental, and abyssal energy, as well as the relationship between the three.
Good to know. Master told me in private that the conversion process between light realm energy and elemental energy involves highly classified knowledge that shouldn't be disseminated too widely. But even so, the scholars still shared said information.
Well, you can't enforce a rule that everyone breaks. Is that the idea?
नहीं नहीं
At
ऑनलाइन
first,
नहीं
the
ऑनलाइन
Dendro
है.
Archon was reluctant
और
to
वैसा
explain
होगा
in
तो
great depth for
नहीं
safety
मतलब है.
reasons. Later, she came to terms with it and simply informed my master that we would all have to face the question of
Wow.
survival together. To protect someone from such dangers means keeping them in the dark. But for someone to know and embody the wisdom within, they must understand its very essence. It's an information hazard. We're exposed to danger just by knowing the facts. And just like bait, it lures us in by offering us the solution to our problems. But if you're not careful, you'll end up pursuing it down a dark path. A tricky problem. But today, this big problem has been broken down into many smaller, more trivial ones.
What do you mean?
Ah, I get it. For instance, you and I share secret knowledge, while she and I take on the risks of life, death, and fate. Something like that?
Wait, what? That is not what I call a trivial problem.
Well, as they often say in Bahumana, an event that is monumental to the individual is negligible in the grand scheme of history. Generally, the fate of the individual is an insignificant affair.
Being from Amorta, where the subject of our research tends to be a lot more personal, I have to disagree. It's hard to dismiss the individual as insignificant.
In other words, the big problem of survival
Once
has
again.
been broken down into many small,
टाटा देखना
interconnected
नीचे.
factors.
टाटा में ही तो
Each
सब
one of us represents one of those factors.
When the same secret is shared with a group of people,
पूछने का
the
जरूरत ही
same
नहीं है.
fate
टाटा में
binds them
सब चीज़
together.
ढांढ देता हूँ भाई.
Most people would find this unimaginable, but to us scholars, this is the path that has always beckoned to us.
क्या क्या?
Sharing knowledge is a good way to fight against fate. I will
अरे वो
always
अब
believe
मैं
in
और
that.
कितना लोएस्ट में खेल रहा हूँ
Alright.
और उतना लोएस्ट से
I
अब नहीं
think
जा
that's
सकता.
everything.
Thanks a lot. But don't go anywhere just yet. I'll still be needing you to calibrate the equipment.
चलो पूछा निकल भी गया. उसने आईडी ड्रॉप ही नहीं किया. क्या बात है.
Okay, the materials are ready. We can proceed with the next phase. Al-Haytham, how are you getting along?
Most of the information in Aru is written in ancient desert scripts. Some of this is written in a tribal language, while other parts seem to be a variant of an Oasis script, based on the glyph forms.
Oh. Not lost to history, I hope.
Some are. All we can do is infer the meaning based on the rules of related languages. Although, this section actually fills in some of the missing historical record. I'm
प्रोजेक्ट तो
transcribing
बहुत
it so
चीज़
we
का
can
बचा
bring it
हुआ.
back to the academia.
After Aru started up, 2 more lines of text
जैसे
appeared
आपका
here.
एंटी हो गया, WM हो गया, बहुत चीज़ तो
Humans
है
may
बहुत.
not
और
read what is written by the gods, except by not reading.
हाँ तो क्या
Victory should not be easy to attain.
उसके अलावा
for it
क्या
symbolizes
माइनक्राफ्ट हो गया
divine
जो
wisdom.
है जो अभी बचा
Knowledge
हुआ.
must not waver, for it has external borders.
माइनक्राफ्ट हो गया,
Is this a
बैटर
clue to
में
solving a
बैटर
puzzle?
क्या मोबाइल में
Or is it being
अच्छे हो गया,
symbolic?
वही सब है. ओके
You can't read it unless you don't read
वन
it.
से वन भी है, वन से वन भी
Victory is
है.
wisdom. Knowledge is
वन से वन
confined
तो आप
by
जब मन होगा तो
borders.
आप घुसेंगे ना भाई.
Wait, I think
वन
I've
से वन
got
तो
it.
है.
It's a metaphor, isn't it? It's talking about
A chessboard.
इससे तो कुछ नहीं होता. मेरे को प्रोजेक्ट बहुत चीज़ का बचा हुआ है भाई.
You were right. The youth of today are skilled at solving riddles.
कहाँ जादू सर
Are the
माइक खोलिए ना
secrets
सर. आप
buried in
कहाँ
the
थे
desert
सर 2
not
दिन
been
से भाई.
unearthed over the years all the same? Since Aru is a place reachable through wisdom, this day was bound to come sooner or later.
Oh, I've always been against overly cryptic sentences.
अरे
Don't you get tired
हम
of
कुछ नहीं
reading
बोलने वाले.
and
बस शांति
writing
से
all
बस
that?
देखेंगे बस. हम कुछ नहीं बोलने
it's
वाले.
you.
गुस्सा करने
Just
से भी
in
कुछ
time.
कुछ नहीं होने वाले.
We've been delving deep
और
into
हम
Aru.
तब
Now this board has appeared.
हाँ इसे कुछ नहीं बोलेंगे हम लोग.
You must be
बस
quite the
मैसेज
expert
आया
by
भाई.
now in that
एक
case.
सेकंड.
It
मैं
is
तो
true.
मैंने कब
King
बना.
Deshret's chess games are
वाह रे
something
वाह.
which is well loved
क्वेश्चन
of all
पूछने
his
से पहले
wonderful creations.
अपने
If you have ever been
सोच
to
लेना
some
चाहिए था.
Shatranj, you may well be familiar with the chess pieces you see here.
Is this chessboard supposed to be another visualization of the interior of Aru then?
Naturally. Visitors, everything is ready. Only by completing the challenge on the board in accordance
Yeah.
with the rules will you be permitted to overwrite Aru.
1 second. It's not dangerous, is it?
Dangerous? Why, yes, of course.
I should be the one to go then. Wait for me here.
Sounds like the self-confidence of our present company has rubbed off on you.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm your upperclassman, and that means I have to look out for you.
I appreciate the sentiment, but a game of chess typically requires 2 players. Besides, I'm sure they won't let things get out of hand. Keeping things relatively safe is in your best interest too, isn't it?
Fair enough. I mean, you guys are controlling the difficulty, so please don't go
इसमें
too
तो मैं
hard
कुछ
on
नहीं
us,
बोल
all
रहा हूँ.
right?
प्रोजेक्ट तो बहुत चल रहा है.
Ah, but Bennu said he wanted to put some respect into these whippersnappers. All right. All right.
Thank you. Obviously, we'll still try to be careful. This doesn't seem like
ट्रैवल
ordinary
पेन है या
chess. Is the goal
वो
to
हाँ
defeat
ट्रैवल
the
पेन तो
opponent?
हाँ.
No, you must enter the board and pass the trials we have placed there.
वो टेबल हाँ टेबल फैन कूलर वो करेंगे तो वो थोड़ा वो होगा okay.
The first trial is posed by me.
I don't think this is gonna stop us. Ah, but the key to this game lies in working together. Otherwise, you will be deemed to have broken the rules.
Looks like it's up to me. Marak, can you open it?
King Deshret's favorite primal construct. Living on in suitcase form, of all things. Amusing.
Oh, excellent work.
The first trial is posed by me.
I don't think this is gonna stop us. Ah, but the key to this game lies in working together. Otherwise, you will be deemed to have broken the rules.
Looks like it's up to me. Marak, can you open it?
King Deshret's favorite primal construct. Living on in suitcase form, of all things. Amusing.
Oh, excellent work.
Now is the time for mine.
Now, don't be nervous. I'll make it nice and easy for you.
Really? Thanks in advance. We appreciate it.
दो तीन चार ओके क्या बात है म्याओ
don't be nervous. I'll make it nice and easy for you.
Really? Thanks in advance. We appreciate it.
नहीं कर आ रहा है देख रहा सही बात है तो
Ibis King, don't you think this all rather inappropriate? You may as well be handing them victory on a silver platter.
Do not expect me to follow your lead.
Ha! Suit yourself.
Ibis King, don't you think this all rather inappropriate? You may as well be handing them victory on a silver platter.
Do not expect me to follow your lead.
Ha! Suit yourself.
ओके
Strange time to catch up on sleep. I'm not sleeping, I'm thinking. It's not that simple, you know.
चलो हो गया कंप्लीटेड चेस वेसेस को क्या रुको मैं एक सेकंड आता हूँ
Done. Finally. It's over. Seriously, that was incredible. Standing on the chessboard felt completely different from standing on solid ground. And also... Oh, sorry. I'll save my thoughts for later. Thanks to the three of you for helping us out with this. Is it just me, or were you giving us quite a lot of guidance along the way?
We made but a humble contribution.
You lived up to our expectations. Bravo! Our aid was not given for naught.
In addition to the existing functions, I'd like to ask you for another favor. Since Aru's interference shield can cover the entirety of the mausoleum, it should be possible to extend its range even further. Perhaps you can find a way. So, building upon the existing functions to... Ah! I'm with you! Imagine for a moment. What would the ideal outcome look like if this function were compatible with the devices?
I agree. This is the best solution possible. Please, everyone, we beg you to help us.
Me, oh my. Well, since you ask so very nicely, I suppose...
Oh,
Goti? Croco? What do you say?
Naturally.
Time to go! Let's go find Nahida!
चलो बताओ क्या करना है
Here you are. Miss Nicole truly is an angel.
जगना तो मैं दिखा भी
She
सकता
shows
हूँ
great wisdom in guiding others, and she has already sent word to Natlan on our behalf. She said that while the other members of the Hexen Circle are busy with important work, she is quite free, and she's more than willing to accompany the people of Sumeru for the entire journey. Oh, that's Nicole, all right. Always super patient and loves to help everyone out.
आप कुछ डाले नहीं ना उसमें इससे नहीं दिखा रहा है कुछ डालेंगे कुछ होगा तो होगा
So kind and
showcase
enthusiastic. Well, time for us to get going. Let's head out.
तो यहाँ पे ओके कौन सा वीडियो साथ में तो मैं कुछ करता नहीं हूँ भाई और मैं मेन चैनल में मैं ज़्यादा चाह भी वो हटा ही दिया मैं ज़्यादा वीडियो नहीं 2 ही वीडियो है मात्र अभी के
There's the barrier Nicole and Nefer mentioned.
ठीक है ना
Completely cuts this nation off from the others.
ओके समझ गया ना ठीक हाँ ठीक
Why
है
separate you from the rest of the world now, specifically? And if I'm not mistaken, Irminsul was polluted once before, wasn't it?
Good question. I'm wondering the same thing myself.
That voice. Mawika! You got here pretty quickly.
Hello, traveler. It's been a while.
Mawika
Hello there.
Hello, Dendro Archon.
Malika, I apologize for asking you to meet at the border on such short notice. I also apologize for not being able to greet you in person. The form in which you see me now is one carried by the traveler. The real me is inside the mausoleum of King Deshret, and they are reaching out to you with their mind from here. Irminsul has been infiltrated by the Doctor. You must be on our guard, as he can spy on information in the world from within the tree. Fortunately, there is no record of the traveler in Irminsul.
line's borders.
My records will be preserved in the Night Kingdom, rather than the ley lines. As long as the Night Kingdom remains disconnected from the ley line cycle, the Doctor has no way of knowing my movements.
Exactly.
So by meeting each other in this way, the meeting essentially never happened. No wonder Paimon didn't come. You were concerned that her activity would be recorded by Irminsul. The Natlanese have heard about the situation in Sumeru. With the borders sealed off, merchants have been forced to stop their shipments. It's pretty serious, and you're the ones bearing the brunt of it.
I'd like to address the question you raised at the beginning. I can offer a brief explanation, although it will sound rather cruel. I don't reach this conclusion gladly, but Irminsul predates the Heavenly Principles. It existed long ago, when the dragons of Natland were at the height of their power. So even when the people of Sumeru became ill because of pollution, it was not a critical issue from the perspective of Irminsul itself. As long as it continues to function normally, the barrier will not be activated. But this time, the Doctor's invasion has directly affected the tree. That is what caused the barrier to deploy. The Heavenly Principles established a rule that when Irminsul is plunged into grave danger, a portion of power will be reserved to isolate Sumeru. That way, even if Sumeru is destroyed,
वो तो हर बार गलती से ही होता है.
at least has some time to catch its breath.
We'd certainly need it.
The Heavenly Principles created almost everything that exists in Teyvat today. To them, preserving the existence of the world and its inhabitants takes priority over protecting Sumeru.
Meaning, protecting Sumeru now falls to you.
Yes. My own power may be limited, especially compared to yours. But that doesn't mean that we're just gonna sit around and wait for the end. If necessary, I will utilize any and every means at my disposal.
Nicole of the Hexen Circle didn't say exactly what this meeting was about. But after hearing everything you've said so far, I think I can guess where this is going.
That's right. Nahida and I discussed it at length. We
Ah,
both know how presumptuous this is.
You need the pyronosis, don't you?
Yes. You just
मैं कल का मैच देखना बचा हुआ है. कितना वो म्याओ नॉक हो हुआ. कल तो मजा आ गया था. बचाओ नॉक लास्ट में डेट. हाँ होता है म्याओ होता है कोई दिक्कत. अरे कोई दिक्कत नहीं. वैसे तो होता ही है.
Surely a gnosis is pretty important to a god.
I guess, but it's not as if losing it would suddenly render us powerless. But I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that. With all the nations you've traveled to, and all the gods you've met, you must have realized that by now. As far as I'm concerned, a gnosis is basically an elemental energy enhancer. But I don't usually use it. You know me. I like to think I'm pretty strong without it.
Yeah, not about to dispute that.
So you see, you don't need to sweat it. Here, take the pyronosis.
Huh? Just like that?
Uh-huh, just like that. To tell the truth, I've always toyed with the idea of giving it to someone who needs it more than I do. I know you accompanied Nahida here to try and increase the chance of success. It's a good thing you did, because your involvement is one of the main reasons you've managed to persuade me.
Are you sure about this? Handing over your gnosis just because of me?
I won't try to quantify it, but trust me, handing over the gnosis to Tumaini is far from the craziest idea I could think of. Besides, even if you hadn't come here personally, I think I still would have agreed to Nahida's request. Irminsul doesn't just affect Sumeru. It impacts all up to that. I know all too well how difficult it can be to protect the things you care about. So logically, morally, or however you want to cut it, helping you is the right thing to do. You don't need to tell me the specifics of your plan. Where the Gnosis is involved, the tighter the secrecy, the higher your chances of success.
Eureka. My heartfelt thanks go to you and the people of Napla.
Don't mention it. But now, for the hard part. How do I actually give it to you? The Irminsul barrier is right in the way.
I have an idea.
Incredible. What did you do?
Just made a lucky guess. This seems to happen quite a lot. Things that apply to everyone else don't seem to apply to me. I figured the same might be true here.
Irminsul usually produces effects based on the records it holds. Since the Traveler is a descender, Irminsul contains no records of him, and thus has no way to impede him.
Is that right?
Ada niकलना भाई.
You really are full of surprises. Catch.
Whoa! Thank you, Malika. Thank you for trusting us with something so important.
All right. No need to get so formal. It's not like we're strangers. Besides, there's still one problem. You might be able to pass through the barrier, but I don't know about the Gnosis. Any other surprises for us, Traveler?
Let me try something. I have the Pyrognosis in my hand. It feels strangely ordinary. Not particularly heavy. And yet, this tiny thing symbolizes the mighty authority of a god.
वो तो हो जाएगा आराम से.
I need to think hard about my memories of Pyro. My memories of journeying through Natlan. All those important experiences I've had.
The Gnosis disappeared. Traveler, are you alright?
I'm fine. The Pyrognosis disappeared into my body. Just like...
Maybe it resonates with you because you've mastered the power of Phlogiston. You might not be recorded in the ley lines, but you're still our Tumaini.
Please allow me to express my gratitude once again, Mika.
Pleasure. Well, I've given you all the help I can. The rest is up to you. Good luck.
We won't let you down.
Yeah, we aren't about to lose.
Traveler, Paimon, how are you feeling? Paimon's a teensy bit nervous, but only a teeny tiny bit. Seems like she's gotten way braver over the last few years, huh? Of course. After all the adventures you've had with the Traveler, I'm sure you've gained a lot of experience and grown as a person.
I'm doing all right. What about you, Nahida? How are you holding up?
With the negative effects of Irminsul, I am a bit like a piece of fruit that's been burrowed into by hungry insects and left to rot.
जो भी अभी तक देखा है
I'd be
लाइक करो
lying if I
सब्सक्राइब
said
शेयर
it was
करो और
nothing.
एंजॉय द स्टोरी
But please
मतलब
don't worry.
आधा से ज़्यादा मिनट
We
थोड़ी
all
सी
know what we're getting into,
वो
and we've prepared as well as we can. I believe in everyone. I believe in you. And I believe in myself. Stoking the fire inside oneself is certainly one way to live, but knowing when to rely on one's companions is also a form of great wisdom. I've been quietly learning little things from everyone, like plucking tufts of fur from a sumpter beast.
Me too. With the constant traveling, I'm always learning and growing. That's the journey of life.
I think there's someone else here who would share that sentiment.
Don't worry about what I think. I was just passing by and happened to overhear your conversation.
What are you talking about, Hat Guy? This is the top floor. No one passes by the top floor.
Says who? You can fly just like I can. I would have thought it makes sense to you of all people.
I don't know why, but I feel a little more relaxed now.
It shows that you feel comfortable laying down your burdens in our presence. It means that Sumeru is a place you can trust, where you know we have your back. And we feel exactly the same way around you. That's what it means to be friends.
एक साइड रुक जाना Let's go. I'm back, boys. So okay. Fine. आवाज
It's finally done.
नॉइज आ रहा था तेरा माइक
I
से.
have a nagging feeling that there's something I've forgotten. Oh, there you are. Everything wrapped up on your end? Okay, fair enough. That was a pointless question. We were working in tandem, after all.
You must really be exhausted.
Well, it's been a busy day for both of us.
When work ends, you clock out. No looking back.
Yeah, we're definitely due a break. Probably a little late to start drinking now, though. I'll stick with water. Here, this one's for you.
Thanks.
You want a bite to eat? I can grab us something. Or wait, I think there's a stove nearby. Let me take a look.
Are you nervous?
A little, yeah. Unlike you, it seems. How are you not feeling at all nervous?
Because everything that happens next is beyond my individual control. I don't worry about things I cannot influence.
What do you mean, cannot influence? You're the one who came up with half of the strategies we ended up using.
There's only so much I can do. I was only doing my duty.
Was it like this last time, too?
You mean with Azar and his accomplices? Yes and no. The situation back then was easier to control, but we weren't as prepared as we are this time.
So the enemy is stronger, but so are we. I still vividly remember the way you interrogated me in the library after the fact. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
If your memory is so vivid, you might also recall that it was you who came looking for an argument. You're often the one who initiates these things, you know.
I came for a conversation. I didn't know it was gonna turn into an argument. Anyway, at least I showed up this time. So, what do you think?
What do I think? I think we're certainly better off for it.
It's good having me around to help out, huh?
Absolutely. As a citizen of Sumeru, you displayed a remarkable sense of responsibility in the face of disaster.
Certainly feels that way. I just shudder to think how the world would have ended up if we hadn't gotten control of the situation. So, do you think this is what impending disaster looks like? The sky is so clear, and there isn't a whiff of decay or destruction in the air. It's hard to imagine that the fall of humanity could happen.
Awful things happen all the time. Sometimes people can stop them, and sometimes they can't. What you and I have done is increase our chances of stopping this one.
Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps little decisions can.
Hmm?
Oh, nothing. It's nothing. I hope everything works out tomorrow.
It will. As long as we stick to the plan, our chances of success are good.
It's really strange. You're my junior, yet you always seem to act more like an upperclassman than I do.
जो भी देगा लाइक करो सब्सक्राइब करो शेयर भी कर लेना.
Ugh, walked right into that one, didn't I?
दूसरे राउंड में चलते चलो. If I know.
We'll make our move after sunrise tomorrow.
Good. Is everything ready?
As much as possible.
That'll be enough. Don't let the pressure get to you. We'll take things one step at a time. That's how we've always done it.
Master Tainari! Mr. Sino! So this is where you were. I brought some juice and some water. Would you like some?
I know how easily you get dehydrated in the desert, so you should definitely have some water. In which case, I'll have the juice.
I gotta ask, though. Who's on juice-making duty at a time like this?
Madame Farazan said she was feeling a little nervous, so I told her about the automatic juicer my friend invented. She took it right off me and started making carton after carton of juice.
A juicer? Did Sucro send that to you?
Yeah, I hadn't had the chance to try it out before this incident occurred, but I couldn't bear to leave it behind in Gandharvaville.
The juice is very sweet.
I think so too.
Kale, how are you feeling?
Physically, I'm okay, but it just still feels strange to me. Why would a great power like this come to someone like me?
I know the feeling well. That same question ran through my mind every day as a kid.
At least now, you have someone who can relate to you.
All the more reason that you should apply for Spontamod. Tainari fiercely opposes the idea, though.
Those two things are completely unrelated.
What are we all chatting about, Would anyone like any juice?
Oh, you have some already.
I had some earlier, ma'am. Maybe give the extra to someone else?
Very well, very well. I shall be off then.
There's this enormous power, and then there's little old you. You feel like there's no connection between the two. And that sense of dissonance is difficult to get used to.
Yeah. But after all this time, I can't believe this stuff still gets to me sometimes. Makes me feel a little childish.
Kale, just because we normally keep the conversation light doesn't mean we can't discuss deeper issues. I don't think it's childish at all. You were the victim of a terrible crime. It's normal to struggle with the fallout from it. You have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of.
My professor once told me that no incident can be considered truly resolved until the victim says it's over. Your rage and your pain are completely justified.
क्या हुआ जेरिको?
Miss Nicole said that
क्या धोखा दिया?
the same god remains which were once used to inflict so much pain upon me have now become a weapon with which I can protect everyone. It's like my own personal kind of evolution. Every innocent person who's been hurt needs time to realize that it wasn't their fault. I was the same. But it's all about to be over. Tomorrow, it ends for good.
I don't know if you've noticed, but you rarely stumble over your words anymore, and your outlook has become much more positive. It's a big change from how you used to be.
And since this isn't over, you can settle the matter on your own terms. It's time you seized back control. I believe in you.
Yeah. Sumero is my home. And it's so important to me. I have to protect it. No. I will protect it.
And once you're done, how about you come back and apply for Spontamod?
Stop it with the sales pitch, would you?
Hey, excuse me. There are still 3 unclaimed cups of juice here. Why don't you take one each? My arms are getting sore from carrying them around everywhere.
Madame Farazan, why are you... Here.
Thank you, Madame Farazan.
Drink up and enjoy my handiwork. I think I'm going to make something else now instead.
Please, try to relax, Madame Farazan. Your nerves are starting to get the better of you.
I know, I know.
ओके यहाँ हो गया ओके नीचे चलो नीचे सिरा बात करने से अच्छा मैं सिरा वो चलो there we go.
Time to go! Let's meet the others at the mausoleum of King Deshret.
I have not felt this way in a long time. Standing up high, gazing out at the rolling dunes, one cannot know what freedom truly means without first losing it.
The golden slumber truly lives up to its name as a dreamland. Though desert sands exist there too, no mirage, no matter how glorious, can compare to true beauty.
Dendro Archon, what is on your mind?
I was wondering whose counsel I should seek on the questions in my heart.
What kind of questions?
So many. More than can be put into words. As I once said to a friend, we look, we see, and we comprehend. But the question still troubles us. What are the many disasters that this world faces but the sum of all irresolvable questions?
The biggest question you should be asking is how to seize victory.
Yes. Although, I would express it differently. I must not fail. And so the question I am most curious about now is whether the path to victory will be an arduous one.
What we declare to be a young sapling, we may, in fact, find to be a towering tree, if we would only cast aside our ignorance and look beyond the veil of time to see her true form.
Nahida! We're here! Just in time. My preparations are almost complete.
Ready when you are.
We're here too.
Miss Nicole! Miss Nicole! You run so fast! I thought I'd get a lot of exercise as a forest ranger, but I can barely keep up with you.
Sorry, I got a little carried away.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, the equipment is ready, and the modifications to Aru are all complete.
As discussed during our meeting,
Accessing Irminsul via the Akasha is no longer feasible at this stage. There are other options, it's just they're a little more extreme, and more technologically demanding to implement. Maybe you should take it from here.
The architecture and functionality of the Akasha terminals overlap considerably with Aru. There is reasonable evidence to suggest that one was developed based on the other, or that they both utilize technology of the same origin. As long as the transplant and merge operation succeeds, Aru should theoretically work on a scale greater than the Akasha and approximately equal to Irminsul. It will become the largest active computing device in all of Tibet.
जो भी देगा लाइक करो सब्सक्राइब
A system this
करो
powerful is capable of a lot of different
25%
things.
हो
In the
चुका है
past, the Akasha was primarily used for one-way information transmission, but I suspect it could also serve as a central bridging hub. In the pursuit of greater knowledge, some scholars have attempted to connect their consciousness to Irminsul through the use of terminals, incense, and meditation.
Correct. In academic language, scholars who reach that stage are said to have entered Satyavada life. Hypatia has performed this practice many times in the past, and she was once under my care for a period of time.
Right. And this at least proves that there is a zone within Irminsul that can be connected to.
That's right. Providing wisdom to the people is one of the very reasons for Irminsul's existence. I think I understand where you're going. Please, continue.
In that case, I'll skip to the conclusion then. We need to further modify Aru, merge it with the Akasha, manufacture terminals, and distribute them to every single person we can reach.
Every person? Even the desert folk?
Yes, everyone.
I've already calculated the amount of raw materials we need.
So you mean we're going to get new Akasha terminals?
Yes, but this time the people of Sumeru won't be using them to acquire knowledge, just to connect to Irminsul. That's the key.
When we evacuated the city, we brought all the important assets from the House of Dana, in case we ended up needing them. Fortunately, this included the Akasha system's main terminal. We've checked all the relevant records, and one thing is certain. Nothing like this has ever been done on this scale before, so...
Everyone in Sumeru is part of the plan. Whoever controls the people controls the
अरे
situation.
इवेंट में जाओ, वहाँ पे वो पापा टोकन है ना, 100 टोकन में आपको वो कपड़ा मिल सकता है, मतलब बॉक्स.
It has only ever been made available to scholars, who don't constitute a particularly large group of people. But by expanding the scale to include all the people of Sumeru, all the individual connections will stack up to create a significant load on the system. Under normal circumstances, Irminsul would be able to cope with the additional load. But with it already being under strain from other activities, its remaining capacity is limited. Thus, it might be possible to shut it down completely by overloading it. Counting down. 3, 2, 1.
Are you ready?
Ready! In the past, when people sought knowledge, they turned to the Tree of Wisdom. Today, we use it to save Sumeru and the whole world. These boughs that nurtured learning must not become tools for destroying the world.
Stop.
shut down Irminsul just to stop me? You fools. I have all the time in the world.
Success! The evil Irminsul tree is still growing!
Great.
What a display of true courage. The courage to think and the courage to act. I never thought I would witness the shutdown of Irminsul with my own eyes. Perhaps this is human wisdom in action?
Indeed, only humans could do such a thing. Gods are few and far between.
What was once created for spreading knowledge is now used for another purpose.
Nice.
A rather ingenious plan.
I am grateful to you three for your help. Only thanks to you were
Bolo?
we able to extend Aru's interference capabilities to cover all terminals. Now,
He's
nobody
coming.
who wears a terminal will have
Genshin
their
का?
activity accurately tracked by Irminsul.
अभी कहाँ खत्म है वही
No
तो अभी
matter
क्या
how
करना
many
है अभी
eyes
तो
the
कहाँ
toy
खत्म है
possesses,
अभी
he
लंबा
will not be
चलेगा
able
अभी
to see us clearly. Now for the next step. I will need
हाँ
the
तो
help of
आगे
those
कैसे ही वो
twin
कनेक्ट है
powers
सब
once
चीज
again.
जो भी होता है आगे कैसे ही कनेक्ट
How
होता
might
है
we be of service, Lord of Dendro?
I need to reach the Eternal Oasis immediately. Right now?
In that
ना
case,
ना ना इतना ना
Ibis
ना
King,
जैसे
would you agree
गेम
that this is a
जैसे
fine
सोचे वैसे है
opportunity to dust off our old
अभी
tricks?
14 बहुत सारा रीजन है बच्चा हुआ अभी
I assume you have that chess set with you?
अभी तो जून के बीच में नहीं तो आने वाला है बड़ा अपडेट न्यू रीजन का
How could I? You misjudge me. I just wanted to show you another way you can use it. Connect to Safe Shatranj.
Safe Shatranj? You mean that place in the desert?
Thoth's chess set gains its power from the chessboard laid out in the desert by King Deshret and ourselves. All ceremonies conducted using the chess set must be activated via Safe Shatranj. In other words, the chess set is an extension of the chessboard. In the past, moving a chess piece was a sacred and momentous act.
Transfer initiated. Entering live combat mode.
और करने का माने तो गेम ऑफ थ्रोन भी है अब करना ट्राई करना चाहता है तो बस वो सब तो वो है ज़्यादा लॉन्ग है उसको हटा दो अभी कितना बंदा है ज़्यादा बताना कितना बंदा है जो एक्टिव है सही में मात्र एक ही इम्पोस्टर अच्छा लगेगा दो इम्पोस्टर में तुरंत खत्म हो जाएगा सिंपल दैट
We haven't heard a single word from our spy.
अब हायर करने में कैसा हायर करें वो भी डिपेंड करता है ना भाई
Might have been captured.
Never mind.
But we spent years turning him. And a lot of more.
Nothing comes for free.
वो
in this
देगा भी
world.
नहीं इतना तो मेरे को पता
Loss is not without its purpose. For a small price, we have wasted a precious amount of the limited time they have. Quite a bargain, if you ask me.
Understood.
Weighing profit against loss is a necessary part of life. But to tell the truth, I have been operating at a loss since this all began. Since many centuries ago, in fact.
वो तो है
For instance, why would a banker act as the executor of a will?
If you hadn't deposited your personal belongings at Northland Bank, I would have no reason to be here right now. Dottore, I've placed your final data backup into the ley lines as per our contract.
Oh,
I trust we are now square for the same
okay.
deposit fees you paid.
Is it not a little petty to split hairs like this, given our amicable relationship?
942 ही लिखा हुआ है भाई भाई सही
I consider sound bookkeeping a matter of principle.
Do not forget that you only live to see this day thanks to me. In fact, every day of your life since you met me, you've been living on borrowed time.
Why, that's hardly a fair assessment. I will concede that my survival was perhaps at your whim, but I became a harbinger on my own merits. Managing money is not like other professions. Mine is not a role I could have acquired based on your recommendation alone, and certainly not one I could have lasted so long in without genuine ability.
The information stored in the ley lines is quite comprehensive. Rest assured, I have not forgotten how strong your pride is. Well, I presume you have no sense of fragmentation while talking with me.
How could anything possibly go wrong with such strict measures in place? The remainder of your soul was split in two, with one half sent to Nodcry and the other stored in the most secure vault of the Northland Bank. Though I must say, your disdain for the other segments is quite amusing. Zandik is you, and you are Zandik. Zandik created the segments, yet you, a segment yourself, reject him.
और Instagram में डालेगा text दिखाएगा
Created segments of various ages in his later years. To achieve this, he had to freeze time and part with a portion of his soul. But as constructive
ये देख रहा हंसी ये पता चल रहा है
if each segment is equally me, then by the same token, none of them are truly me. A soul living forever in the past inevitably holds different views than he did in his later years. The same thing that completes me also restricts me. You too might ask yourself which stage of your life you want to be preserved at. The day your business failed, or the day you were framed by a gang and sold off to a medical lab as a test subject.
We needn't dredge up the past.
This undesirable plan was eventually scrapped. Lesser Lord Kusanali was quite right. I needed an opportunity to eliminate myself. And after that, I concluded that there was no more effective plan than directly splitting the soul. Once the soul is transferred out, you will find that creating a physical body is far simpler than creating a puppet.
The other half of your soul suffered a crushing defeat in Nodcry, you know.
And yet in the process, I obtained the information I always wanted, did I not? Because now we finally know where the best testing ground truly lies.
I once thought your ultimate goal was to ascend to godhood. But as it turns out, that was merely one of your experiments.
Experiments take many forms. Most people are too eager for success, too fixated on the end goal. They forget that the experimental process itself is just as important. A suspiciously vacant seat, a new face. I trust you can put two and two together. The reason it doesn't exist is because someone tampered with the record.
What can I say? After all your efforts, you really did uncover the world's secrets. So is the new world you promised a lie?
No, it never was. I am glad to be able to control Berman's soul from within. Now I shall attempt to create a new world inside the existing one. Almost everyone faces the prospect of death, but not a single person has ever been able to experiment unrestrained in the afterlife through sheer force of will. I am the only one to have overcome this enormous challenge. would I not be letting the world down if I didn't make the most of the opportunity to experiment?
Clearly, the dividing of your soul did not affect the magnitude of your ego. Out of all the versions of you that have ever existed, this you is the most insane and the most radical.
Is that why you chose to work with me? Which was it then? My insanity? Or my radicalism?
Could I call myself a venture capitalist without a suitably ambitious plan to invest in? Yours happened to fit the bill quite perfectly.
Well then, I must say, while I am surprised enough that you showed up at all, what surprises me more is that you chose to present yourself as my former subordinate, and not as the banker Pantalone.
Why make things harder than they need to be?
Exposing
Exposing my true identity in a situation like this would only serve to destroy diplomatic relations between Snezhnaya and Sumeru. I daren't imagine the consequences. Showing up in the name of the original antagonist gives you the recognition you rightly deserve, while also being sensitive to Snezhnaya's predicament. It was an easy win. As for why I'm here, if you're suggesting that your credit is in the negative, I won't argue with that. Many people say that about you.
I'd argue that a significant factor in your willingness to cooperate is the fact that you have but a few years of life left after my death. Living and dying together has a way of binding two parties together rather closely. Is it not true that a relationship should be judged by both the positive and negative returns it yields?
So some of what I said actually made it into your head after all. It's true that I hope you don't die too soon, but don't you find that a strange thing for me to say? After all, you've already had quite a long life, especially for a human being.
Let's not pretend that you're any more innocent than I am. Are we not the same in this regard? We both despise the existing laws of this world, and neither of us enjoy being under anyone else's control.
Is it really so greedy to want the world to operate by a new set of rules?
Of course not, my dear friend. And as I've said before, mutual interest is the foundation for the most reliable of relationships. You can attest to that.
I just hope there never comes a day when I have to work too hard to prove that.
Regrader, sir. People have been spotted approaching Sumeru City.
How strange. Despite your access to Irminsol's data, it appears the soldiers noticed before you did. They must have found a workaround. Well, Dottore, I trust you know what this means. The fact is...
They're coming. They'll breach the city gates any moment now.
But even so, I would say Irminsol is a wonderfully convenient thing on the whole. If you do manage to create a new world, perhaps you could plant one outside my office, too.
I'll consider it.
What do you need me to do? Stall them?
The experiment will take time. Stall them for as long as possible.
Very well. But you're really asking for the moon here. Have you heard this story? There was once a guilty man, kneeling in the center of a church while an angry mob outside waited to bring him to justice. He pleaded with the gods, begging them to
रात को
grant him
बुला
one
लेता
final
हूँ
request,
उसके चलते मैं भी
the
उधर
chance to
बुरा
finish
बात
confessing
बात
his
करूँगा
sins
तो ना
before
भाई
he was sentenced.
अरे बुलाते हैं
Many suns and moons passed, seasons changed, and still
वो नहीं चेंज करने आपका जैसा नहीं है हाथ कोई भी बंदा चेंज कर लेंगे
Are you suggesting I
वो
worship you
रोबोट
as
है
a
रोबोट ही
god?
बुलाते हैं वो
Or were you hoping that I might confess my sins?
ये नहीं विशु है विशाल है इसका नाम
Certainly not the latter. That would make my life miserable indeed.
हाँ तो आप जो बोलो मैं तो उनको वही बोलता हूँ हम तो अरे मैं कर दूंगा भाई आप उसका चिंता न करो ऐसे ही कर दो
Isn't it a little too early to be saying goodbye? Not that I wish
अरे
to keep you from
ठीक है
business,
रात को मेरे को नहीं
of course.
बुलाना मैं रात में बात करते कर दूंगा
Very well.
बुलाना नहीं मेरे को
Let's leave the
रात को
conversation there for now.
ना वो विषय अभी ज्वाइन ही नहीं किया है वो।
The power of King Deshret's 7 pillars is truly remarkable. With just a chessboard, you can move an entire unit across the material plane.
Yeah, sets us up for a much easier fight. Really makes my day. The last time we stormed the city, it involved a lot more running around.
I wonder how many people can say
चलो
they
गाइस
stormed the
आज का
city
इतना
twice
मिलते हैं
in
कल
their
का स्ट्रीम में,
lifetime.
और कल मैं भी नहीं करूँगा,
I
कल
was
परसों
just
पर जाऊँगा,
thinking
तो
that. I've
मिलते हैं, बाय
definitely
बाय।
had more than my fair share of unusual experiences.